On this week's edition of Oh, Is He Still Alive?, we look at the stars of the 1970s television hit, The Soda Poppers.
I love shows that destroy all our cherished illusions about the stars we once loved.
During the Soda Poppers' heyday, young Specs was the role model for obsessive neat freaks all over the globe. Ticker-tape-free ticker-tape parades were thrown in honor of the Soda Popper, who never missed a spot. Backstage, though, things were quite a bit dirtier. Specs' obsession with perfection caused massive delays in shooting and infuriated co-workers. He famously demanded over 11,000 retakes of the line, "You made me mess up," made all the more annoying because of his tendency to repeat the line immediately after reading it. Following the show, Specs was rarely seen in public, although he did make one ill-fated venture into celebrity tag team mud wrestling, getting pinned in a record 3 seconds as he desperately tried to wipe down the ring with a dish rag. The meltdown utterly enraged his tag team partner and good friend, the Dog from My Mother the Dog, who stormed out of the arena without a word. They haven't spoken since. Coming up next, the Soda Popper who couldn't always keep it in. Who could ever forget Whizzer and his hilarious bathroom breaks? His Time Out for Number One adorned lunchboxes all over the nation for the better part of the 70s. Behind the scenes, though, Whizzer's bladder problems were no laughing matter. The writers learned early on never to give Whizzer the only existing copy of the script. On the set, they even had a term for a script that needed to be redone. It's been whizzed.
Oh, that Whizzer! He just charmed my little pants off from day one.
You don't even wear pants.
Sure, not anymore.
For years after the Soda Poppers went off the air, Whizzer desperately fought his addiction to designer bottled water, a war he would ultimately lose. The problem came to a climax one evening during a formal dinner at a posh Manhattan restaurant. Visibly loaded with water, Whizzer publicly was unable to hold it in. Unable to hold it in all over the floor, most of the tablecloth, and even, ironically, the 4-foot-tall ice sculpture of himself created specifically for the occasion. Coming up next, the Soda Popper known for a really big part of his anatomy. Audiences all over the world fell in love with Peepers and his cute big eyes. On the set, though, Peepers was not quite so beloved. While his high-pitched voice was a hit with audiences, it reportedly drove a number of his co-workers to alcoholism. Eventually, the show's director stopped bringing Peepers back in to loop missing dialogue, getting the needed lines simply by scraping his fingernails over a chalkboard.
I never noticed the difference.
Even after the show left the airwaves, Peepers' "I Can See You" warmed the hearts of all who heard it. All that is, except apparently the students of Our Lady of Buttered Toast Girls' School. Peepers' tenure as the gym teacher for the prestigious Catholic school came to an abrupt end when his familiar catchphrase was taken the wrong way in the girls' locker room. And coming up next, the child star who never was. Few, if any, remember the show that the Soda Poppers replaced. Culture's Clubhouse, hailed as television for the sophisticated 6 to 8-year-old, fell victim to the Soda Popper juggernaut and was quickly scrapped. Its young star, Brady Culture, struggled to find work and acceptance in the wake of the show's cancellation. Unable to find another role, Brady dabbled in every religion, creed, and belief system he could find. Buddhism, Judaism, pointillism, Scientology, horsematology, nerfmatology, prismatology, and even stinkmatology. But what ultimately became of Brady Culture? No one knows.
Brady Culture's being lifted from obscurity by his former rivals?
I think this qualifies as a baffling mystery, Sam.
You may be right.
Coming up next, we'll repeat everything you've just heard.